The day is here. The time has come. It's the Europa League Final, and we are going to look to put some silverware in that cabinet as we face off against Chelsea. Welcome back to part 23 of Leeds United Pride of Yorkshire. So, if you were with us yesterday, you would have seen us bring the curtain down on season number 2 in the Premier League. And what an achievement we had, finishing third ahead of Manchester United and only behind Liverpool and Manchester City in the Premier League. So, looking at the end of the episode, there was only one fixture left on the calendar, and it's a fixture that our fans and our team are going to be excited about. Today we are facing off against Chelsea, our fellow Premier League rivals, in the Europa League Final. So we are going to jump on a plane, head off to Hungary, and hopefully bring that silverware home. Before we do that though, one or two little quick mentions from the emails. We've had a few players who have become unhappy that there was a few promises not kept. Not really big deals. There were certain players who wanted to play in certain positions. Quite frankly, you have to tell a few fibs sometimes to get some of the players that you want into your team. But the emails that I am looking for are right here. So Benjamin Cesco was England Players Young Player of the Year. He wins the award with an average rating of 7.16. He then goes on to be alongside the likes of Jadon Sancho, Phil Foden, Trent, Raheem Sterling, Leroy Sane, Dele Alli, and a few others at the bottom there. So a big achievement for him in his first full season as a full-time Leeds player. Obviously, he played for us on loan last season. And then the other thing is that I have claimed Premier League Manager of the Year. So that puts me alongside Solskjaer when they won the title last season, Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, Antonio Conte, Claudio Ranieri, Jose Mourinho, and Tony Pulis of all people. So that kind of brings us up to date with everything that's going on. We have this big game to go and win. So let's show you the lineup that is hopefully going to bash Chelsea and bring us that silverware. Here we go then. This is going to be the lineup that is going to go out and face off against Chelsea in the Europa League Final. All of the players that we had available to us in the semi-final against Bayer Leverkusen are going to be here for today's game. So we are going to go with Meslier in goal, Junior Firpo, Llorente, Ahmed Hodzic and Manea. We've got Phillips and Bentancur in the middle, with James, Brandt and Rafinha across the middle in front of them, and Cesco up top, who has been in prolific form goal scoring wise. So let's hope that this is the lineup that is going to bring the silverware back to Leeds and take it away from Chelsea. With this being one of the biggest games of the season, I've decided we are going to go full match highlights for this one. So everything that I see, you are going to get to see as well. Everything including the nice build-up screens that SI have worked on, and we have seen the team lineups. Players are lining up for the Europa League anthem, get into the huddles, and the game is off and running. So fingers crossed we can get a foothold in this game early. We are looking to impose ourselves straight away. But it's a corner actually that Rafinha swings in, and we almost get on the score sheet after 11 minutes. Ahmed Hodzic hits the crossbar, and then Chelsea managed to clear their lines. I was a little bit confused as to what was going on there because I thought there was a blue player on the corner. Instead, it was Rafinha, and it was a chance for us. And we are building on this again as Daniel James is into the box. If he turns back here and plays it back, Julian Brandt is there, and Julian Brandt gives us the lead after 16 minutes in the Europa League Final. Fine bit of play here. Daniel James down the left-hand side really creates this. As he gets in, Phillips with the ball. James stops and takes two defenders out of the game. Brandt gets off of his marker, beats him to the ball and slots it past Mendy in goal to give us a 1-0 lead. And this is exactly what I was talking about. We needed to get a foothold in the game early, but it looks like Chelsea are coming straight back at us as they've had a free kick. Managed to force them all the way back, but Jorginho has it in the middle. Christiansen all the way back to Mendy, to Akanji, and again we're forcing them back. They lump the ball forward. Ahmed Hodzic deals with it. Melier is going to lump it back forwards though, which is not a good thing because it just gives them the ball straight back. But Brandt manages to pinch it, and Cesco is in. Takes it away from goal though, so he's going to turn back on himself. Plays it into Rafinha, who plays it back to him. If Rafinha can turn and have a shot, somebody please have a shot. Bentancur out to Junior Firpo. He's going to look to beat his man. Can he get the ball across? Plays it back to Brandt, who sets up Phillips. Calvin Phillips bends the ball, and that's in the back of the net too. It's 2-0 after 19 minutes, and this is a screamer. And what a player to get a goal in a Europa League final than Calvin Phillips, a Leeds man through and through. Brandt plays him the ball. Phillips takes the touch out of his feet, bends it straight in the top corner, and Mendy's not saving that. No chance. 2-0. This is going well. So Melier is going to play out from the back here as Llorente moves the ball forwards. Ahmed Hodzic gets it, and he's going to look to bring it forwards. He normally has a good pass in him, and that is not one of them. Tried to get it in down the wing, couldn't hit his man at all. Gives Chelsea the ball back. And they have lumped it forwards, looking to get back into this game. They're probably going to go all out attack now to try and get back into it. But Ahmed Hodzic deals with the cross. Chilwell picks it up. He crosses it in. Questionable goalkeeping from Melier here. So Chilwell just hits this ball across goal as hard as he can. So he just absolutely hammers it. Melier, I don't know what Melier is doing there. He's dived out, hasn't got the ball. Mason Mount has been given a tap-in at the back post. And Chelsea have scored with their first shot and their first shot on target. And they're attacking again here. Ball comes over. Phillips deals with it well. Hits it forwards, and Cesco's got the ball. He's played it out to Daniel James. There was a few men over on the right-hand side there if you'd have had a look. James turns back, crosses it in. Cesco with the header can't get it on target. It's dealt with well, and Pulisic is bringing it away. Somebody needs to go to him and tackle him. Kante now gets it. He takes over, and he's running forwards. Turns back, plays it to Pulisic. Plays it to Chilwell. They've been given far too much time on the ball here. Havertz to Jorginho, tries the shot from distance. Melier turns it over the bar, and hopefully we're going to deal with this corner kick. As Pulisic swings it in, it's headed away. Daniel James is there, he's about 3 foot, he's never going to win a header, but Rafinha gets on it, and the play breaks down, but we live to fight another day in the first half. 38 minutes on the clock then, and we really need to stop Chelsea doing this to us because they are starting to overrun us, and they've got Mason Mount in behind again. And Junior Firpo, what are you doing? Mason Mount is causing us all kinds of problems. I'm hoping he's took a dive because he's on a booking and he'd get sent off, but there's no way this is a dive. That was a penalty all day long, and all of a sudden our 2-0 lead looks to be eroded before half time as Lukaku is going to step up and take the penalty. Sends Melier the wrong way, and our 2-0 lead has gone as it's 2-2. Romelu Lukaku scored 50 goals this season. That is a crazy amount of goals for a, quite frankly, fantastic goal scorer. Let's face it, Lukaku, in his prime, he's a bit of a beast. But the first half's not finished yet, and we are going to try and get one more attacking. Brandt plays the ball back to Llorente. Plays to Ahmed Hodzic. Phillips with the ball over to Manea. Who can he pick out? Cesco's in the middle. Can't find him, but Manea swings it back in. Daniel James has the shot, and it's blocked at the back post. So we are really trying to hold our own in this game. Bentancur is going to swing this corner in. Goes near post. There's a flick on, and there's Julian Brandt to smash it in. He gets his 8th goal of the season. And we have took a 3-2 lead. And I really hope the second half is not like the first half, because I really don't want to have to keep celebrating us taking the lead and then watching the lead get eroded. It's not over yet either, as Chelsea are going to go straight from kick-off here. Kanji running forwards. Lukaku turns. Pulisic, a ball over the top, finds Lukaku, and luckily Melier makes the save. We really need to get in at half time here and calm this down, because they're going to swing the corner in with Mason Mount. It's dealt with by Ahmed Hodzic, and hopefully Cesco lets it run. No, keeps it in. He's going to run at them. Could he have made the pass? He finds Rafinha with a pass. I thought the chance had gone. Now what can Rafinha do? Not a lot. Loses the ball, and Pulisic is bringing it forward. Havertz and Bentancur takes one for the team there, as he should probably get booked for that. Instead, though, it's a chance for Chelsea to attack. Havertz plays it to Christensen, plays it to Kanji. Half time, surely is seconds away. Chelsea are comfortable knocking it about in the middle of the park. Where's the killer ball going to come from? Not there, because Christensen goes all the way back to Mendy, who lumps it forwards. It's dealt with by Llorente. If Rafinha can turn here, Manea can play this forwards. Cesco is in one-on-one. Thought he'd got past Christensen, but the ball deflects away, and then Cesco makes a tackle there that's a bit tasty. But we're in. Manea's in behind. If he could cross this in, Daniel James was lurking. Rafinha there with a header to Cesco. Back to Manea. What can he do with it? Crosses it in, and there is Cesco. Cesco scores. This is a goal. This is not going to VAR. We have scored a fourth goal in the first half, and it's going to be 4-2 at the break. This is an absolute crazy game. So Rafinha there, the ball's been smashed at Rafinha. He's headed it back. Cesco then lays it off. Manea with the cross, and Cesco gets in ahead of the goalkeeper and the defender, taps it into the empty net, and all of a sudden we are 4-2 up at half time. I've got no need to do anything with this team. We are just going to roll out and just hope that the second half is A little bit quieter, and B, keeps going in our favour. But the craziness continues as straight from kickoff. We are looking to attack. Bentancur to Rafinha, ball over the top. Cesco's in. And Cesco's found a fifth goal, and this is crazy. I have no idea where this performance has come from, because in the past couple of games, the last couple of the season, we hadn't played very well. Obviously, the Brighton game we rotated, and then there was the games where we got to third place in the league. We didn't really play too well in any of them, but this is something different completely. Cesco is on fire, and he's shown exactly why he's one of the best wonder kids in this game. And in fairness, when the next gen stats or the next gen top 50 came out in the game, he was actually the number one wonder kid in the world according to that list in this game. So really, he's a bit of a find. I noticed a few of you in the comment section had commented how great of a player he is and how great of a player he can become. So to remember that we signed him for £8 million after a loan deal, and he's just getting better and better. So he has put his stamp on this Europa League final, and I'm noticing in the background here Chelsea are looking to get straight back into it as they're playing the ball around. Luckily Firpo then intercepts. Meslier plays it away, but Chilwell now gets on the ball. He plays it forwards, and Pulisic is in behind. He crosses it in, and Mason Mount's done it again. This is an absolutely mental game. I have no clue what is going on here. It's 5-3 all of a sudden, and I know I said I wanted a quieter second half, but it's not happening. Pulisic with the cross, Mount with the finish. Nobody really there. Firpo can't get to him. Meslier is in no man's land, and Mount makes it 5-3. Chelsea are on the attack again. Mount is going to attempt a hat-trick. He has a shot from a free kick, which Meslier pushes behind, and we have got to defend this corner. So Pulisic is going to swing it in, and it's gathered by Meslier really well this time. And let's see if it ends there. It does end there. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try and drop us back here, because I think we're too attacking. We're going to go balanced, and then I'm going to try and make some substitutions. Hello, whoever that was, Mr. Gelhardt, I think. So the first thing I am going to try and do, I think, is bring Thiago Thomas on to give us some fresh legs. Switch him onto the right wing and Rafinha onto the left. And then Jens Kajust can come on in the middle in place of Bentancur, and hopefully settle us down in the middle of the park. There's half an hour left, and Chelsea in the background are on the attack as Mount plays it forward to Pulisic. He turns back. He's going to play it to Christensen. He plays it to Bellis, I think that's it. To Ziyech, to Kante. The ball forward then is intercepted by Firpo, and he's out for a throw-in. So, Half an hour left in this game, and this has been absolutely crazy. Chelsea have a corner. They swing it in. And Chilwell has made it 5-4 with a header at the back post. I don't know what to do here. At 5-2, I'm thinking, surely we've got this. At 5-3, it's like we need to protect this. And now it's 5-4. I just want this to be over. 72 minutes on the clock. I think Junior Firpo. I think I'm gonna make a change, and I'm gonna bring Vojvoda on because Firpo looks absolutely out on his feet, and a set of fresh legs at the back hopefully can stem the tide around Mason Mount. He's got 2 goals himself. And this is a crazy game. It's 5-4 and Chelsea are on the attack in the 91st minute. 5 added on. Ziyech is going to go into the box. He cuts away from the box, crosses it in. He finds Emerson on the far right hand side, who pulls it back to Kai Havertz, who sets up N'Golo Kante. And for a minute there, I thought it was 5-5. The ball goes wide of the post and not in the net. And still we're having to defend. Pulisic, Melier can't get there, and Akanji, I think it is, Manuel Akanji has made it 5-5. And of course, he scores his first ever Chelsea goal in the 94th minute, 5 minutes added on, in a Europa League final, in a game that is just about to finish 5-5. Absolute madness. I think we go back to being positive for extra time. Because I think we need to try and get back on the front foot. And if we get one more chance, hopefully we can come away with this. But it's Chelsea in the ascendancy again. Havertz is going to play the ball to Kante. Ziyech is in. Ziyech has hit the outside of the post. And we've got a goal kick, as you can tell. Not dealing with this very well at all. As Chelsea again piling it on now. Ziyech. Thiago Thomas wins the ball well. He's hit it forwards, and Cesco's got half a chance here. Waits for the run on the outside. It's Rafinha. He's going to go outside his man. If he can cut back and cross this in, which he does, there's nobody really there in the box. And Chelsea are now going to break away. And that was absolutely pointless because Timo Werner must have been about 10 yards offside to begin with. And the ball goes straight through to the goalkeeper. So Thiago Thomas is going to try and drive us forward. Instead plays it back. Phillips with the ball over the top. And Manea now has got a man in the box. He finds Benjamin Cesco. He tucks it away. And it's 6-5 with 97 minutes on the clock. I've lost count of how many goals Cesco has actually scored. But I have just remembered we can make more substitutions in extra time, I think. So after the replay, we are going to be looking at that. But Manea with the assist, Cesco with the goal. And yeah, I've lost count of how many he scored. So who is looking? So Calvin Phillips is absolutely out on his feet. And we are going to put local lad Jack Jenkins. This is a risk. I've got Diawara on the bench, but he has asked to leave the club. So I'm thinking we're going to go with the youngster here and see what happens. As we are almost in at half time, in extra time. But we're going to have a chance. Vojvoda finds Brandt, finds Rafinha. Cesco's on the turn, finds Thiago Thomas. Thiago Thomas has scored. It's 7-5, but now the referee is going to have a look at this. This is absolutely crazy. I don't remember a game like this in Football Manager for a long, long time. Our players are walking back. This is going to get disallowed, I think. Goal disallowed, unfortunately. That is really unfortunate because it would have been a fantastic goal for him. It's a small margin, but it is the right call. Unfortunately for us, it's the right call. And the score stays at 6-5 at half time in extra time. And this game is absolutely mental. If the next half just breezes by without any event, I would really love it. But I'm not going to get my wish because Chelsea are now building an attack. Christensen to Kante to Havertz. Werner is in behind. And Timo Werner wastes a glorious opportunity to make it 6-6. This is absolutely mental. 117 minutes, 118 minutes, 119 minutes, 1 added on. Surely this is over. Thank you for that. The game is over. The maddest 6-5 game that you could have ever wanted to see has finished with us luckily coming out on the winning end. and we claim ourselves a Europa League trophy in Season 2 to go along with the third place finish. Let's have a little look at the trophy celebrations. Some snazzy dancing going on. As Calvin Phillips, I think it is, club captain, lifts the trophy, the dance goes on, the fireworks go off, the confetti starts to fall, which looks rather more like snow in this game than it does confetti. And we still have a cartwheel in FM22, so that is quite interesting. But what a game this is. I think I might need the off season to recover from that, because that was absolutely crazy. Looking at the game, Chelsea probably feel hard done by. They've scored 5 goals and not come away with anything. But our goals. So Cesco got a hat trick in the final, got an absolute perfect 10. Brandt got 2 goals. It's absolutely crazy. I can't comprehend everything that's just happened. But what we can say is that in terms of the stats, we had 17 shots, 10 of them on target, scored 6 goals. Chelsea had 24 shots with 11 on target, and they scored 5 goals. Absolute crazy scenes at the end of this game. So we're going to jump to the home screen and show you what is coming next on the save. So after the Europa League final and all of the exhilarating action that happened, we have come back to the home screen. The last few things we are going to show you, obviously the season is now over. So in terms of what comes next, we will be having the season review in tomorrow's episode. Then we are going to be spending some money in the summer to hopefully push on and challenge those top 2 in the Premier League. But first, let's show you the budgets for next season. So we have been given £47.8 million to spend up front. We have got 1.9 million, so nearly 2 million to spend on wages. So hopefully I'm in a bit of a conundrum. I don't know what to do here. Maybe you could help me out in the comment section down below. I've got 2 different things I could do. So I could go out and try and attract 1 or 2 world-class players to just complement the team, fit them in and try and progress the team. Or there are 1 or 2 players that are looking to leave the club. I could move them on and maybe bring in 4 or 5 and maybe some wonder kids to develop for the future. So one of those 2 paths we are going to go down. That could end up being a mash of both. But that is the situation that we find ourselves in. So that brings the curtain down on season number 2. As I said, tomorrow will be the season review. So let's jump forwards and see. So let's get this wrapped up and we can move on in tomorrow's episode. So what a way to finish off season number 2. We claim a 3rd place finish in the Premier League and follow that up with an exhilarating 6-5 victory in the Europa League final against Chelsea. So as I've just said, the next steps will be the season review tomorrow as we look back on that 3rd place and our Europa League that we have just won. We will then push forwards into the season, start the transfer window. We will also go through pre-season in the build-up to season 3, and we will show you everything that happens along the way. So if you're at this point and you haven't had a heart attack like I almost have after the Europa League final, please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button to help the channel out. I appreciate everybody across the months I've been doing YouTube that have took the time to do that. But if you're one of those people, I need to wrap this up so we can get on to the season review and then get some transfers done